Hey, collective. This is Nikki. Welcome to Pink Salt Tarot. This is going to be you. If you're not familiar with me, you're not going to be familiar with this uh, reading that I'm about to do. It's a story time reading. I'm only going to use the cards I have here in front of me, and we're going to see what messages that we can pick up off of this energy. This is a storybook reading for you. It's timeless, so whenever you see it, I hope you're able to resonate something for it. Okay, or something from it. What's the storybook about? For clout. Doing it all for fame, attention, views, doesn't want to be left alone and being fake. Doing all of this for clout. They're deranged, okay, weird and strange. They're a twisted individual, you know, they just want to be seen. Um, we're talking about their third house energy, how they process knowledge and rules, communication, their generosity, and social life. They want to be out there. They want to be. It's kind of. This is not going to sound strange, but it's kind of putting me in the middle in the mind of that guy Andrew Caldwell, or what was her name? Oh, I forgot her name. She's the black girl who always was putting those videos out. Um, Mello or something, I think was her name, or something like that. We got these people are having money problems. They could be indebted to their credit cards, burning through cash, irresponsible with money. This could be somebody you know. This could be a content creator who is real popular or once was popular, but they're having money issues. Okay, because they thought that their shit didn't stink. All right, very, very much so finessing. I got this and I got that. You have this, you don't have that. You wish you were me. That kind of stuff. Uh, and this person's energy is just draining. I feel like they're just too much. They will drain you out of your energy and everything you've got to give because you're constantly watching this person. And it doesn't have to be who I mentioned. It could be somebody totally different. It could be somebody who was working a regular job. Maybe they own their own company or they make pretty good money, and you give them that. They make pretty good money. They are doing their damn thing, but at the same time, you know, their shit smell like everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? So they're no better than everybody else, but it's how they act. That's the thing. They aren't used to being held accountable for what it is that they do. And I have to tell you to keep away from this person because they are an energy vampire. They just suck. Their energy is horrible. This could be an Aquarius. They don't know how to keep quiet. And two, I feel like it's hard for you to keep quiet around this person. You're trying to hold your peace, but sometimes they can take you there just by their nasty attitude. And I feel like they have some beautiful eyes and they love to play in makeup. But their eyes can be deceitful as well. They're very pretty. Okay. Very handsome. And yeah, you give them their props. They do what it do, but at the same time, it's the way they do it. I have serious and I have nervous. They don't take life as serious. And I feel like you try to protect them in a way. You try to tell them you need to be careful out here in these damn streets. You need to be careful who you hang around with. You need to hold yourself more accountable for what it is you're doing. You need to keep away from those kind of people. Or somebody's telling you you need to stay away from that person. They're no good for you. They're a bad habit for you. They have bad energy. You need to let it go. One-sided love. Are they all up in your business, asking too many questions and want every single detail? They're wanting what you're doing and who you're doing it with. They want to be nosy in your life, what it is you're doing. Stop worrying about me. I'm doing me. This person may have a drinking problem, an alcohol problem behind closed doors. But you being nosy, why you all up in my Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor? Stay out of my business, stay out of my way. So they don't want you being in their business. They don't want anybody in their business, but they want to put it out there. So I feel like the true them, and they feel like you're jealous of them and their accomplishments. They feel like you're jealous of them. You want to be in their energy. You want to be up on their tip, as they used to say back in the day. They don't want you hanging around them. They're only going to show you so much. They're only going to do so much around you because they don't want you to see the true them, what they're truly doing behind closed doors. They run through money like a person runs through underwear. You know what I'm saying? The situation involves cycles, death, and rebirths, someone's attitude towards change and personal growth. They know that they need to change, but they can't because this is a lifestyle that they've chosen. This is a lifestyle that they are leading, and they're not going to do anything because the energy feels good. All they want to do is keep shining, keep glowing, keep flowing, keep hustling. Okay. But they feel that everything they do, no matter how they look, how they dress, is toxic to everybody else around them. All right. They feel like they've gotten a glow up and everybody else need to show up. Okay. They got the glow up and everybody else needs to show up like you. And they feel like they're jealous of what it is they do. But you have high vibes. You're high vibrational in your energy by itself, and it feels good. And they feel like you're a hater because they got so much and you have so little, and you want a piece of what it is they got. One wants to knock you down to size a person that simply cannot be happy for your success. They point out your flaws and make themselves feel better. So you got shit going on for you too. We're not gonna discount that. You're serious at what it is you do, and you don't like being in the limelight, or you don't like putting yourself out there like this person has put themselves out there. You could be an Aquarius. They could be an Aquarius. You're very, very intelligent, and you by yourself are gorgeous. You don't need all that makeup and all that pomp and circumstance that they may need for themselves. All right. And that's another reason why they're jealous of you. I read an article one time where Lucille Ball was jealous of Vivian Vance. She didn't want Vivian Vance to wear fake eyelashes because she didn't want Vivian Vance to look better than her. That's the kind of energy I feel for you right here. This person is hating on you and they feel like you're hating on them. That's not true. Okay. Yeah, your social groups, your friendships, personal affiliations, and social life. They don't want you next to them when you're in public. They may not even invite you to events. If they do, they put you at the other end of the table, the opposite end, because they don't want you to show them up because of how much more natural looking you are and how much more down to earth you are and how you act. Okay. Very smart. You're very intelligent. They don't like the fact that you're so much more smarter than they are. Yeah, you may glow up on the outside, but on the inside, it's horrible. Storybook reading for the collective. I got Mary here. I did see Mary. So I don't know if maybe you're wanting a relationship, you want to marry. And two, people come to you because of who you are, because of how wholesome you are. All right. That's why men approach you. That's why women approach you, because you are the marrying kind. But this person feels more so like, and the people keep away, they feel more so like a gold digger kind of energy. And generous, yes, to a fault. But I feel like this is somebody that's going to go after what they want by any means necessary, especially when it comes to the come up, the money situation. But you're not, and they see that about you. They're a party animal. Party, party, party. They love to party. Okay, could be some Sagittarius, but also some Scorpio energy. This person is but very bossy. Very, very bossy. No, but that's why nobody likes them. They're burning through money. They're having problems with money. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been knocked down to a point to where their bank account isn't like it used to be because they don't save. They spend, overspend, overconfident. And your struggles, you have your struggles, you have your bills you have to pay. This person may be losing their hair, maybe they're bald, and people don't really realize it. So they probably had a hair transplant, maybe wearing a wig or sewing or whatever. Narcissistic for sure. And I feel like this person makes you nervous because you really don't know how capable they are of doing something to harm other people to get to the next level. This person may not even be working anymore like they used to. They may not be doing content anymore like they used to because they have become very toxic. And I feel like you're generous no matter what. You still talk to this person in like a nonchalant kind of way. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you're doing okay, but I got to get back to business because you know that their energy, no matter what, is still toxic. And I feel like they will or have been knocked down a peg or two. They're not as successful as they used to be because of their toxicity, because of the things that they've been going through, because of the way they've been treating people. And they're a freak in so many different ways, a freak as well as a control freak. Freak in the morning, freak in the evening. A freak. And I feel like you walked away from this connection You walked away from this connection, and here you walked away from this connection and you're chilling, you mind your own damn business like they told you to do in the past, being really comfortable in life and not wanting to do the most, at ease and at peace with the world. You walked away from this person and they're getting what's coming to them, or they're going to get what's coming to them. For the pain they caused, receiving a dose of their own medicine and vice versa. Good karma can be repaid. So everything's going to be okay for you because you're done dealing with this person's irresponsibility and their toxic ways. It's over. They're getting what's coming to them. Bad habits, addictions, can't stay away from harmful substances, lack of accountability, careless about the consequences of their actions, and you can't rely on this person. So they're digging their own selves into a hole because of the lifestyle they've chosen to live. You keep on being positive. You keep on being confident in who you are and turning your back on this negative behavior that you don't deserve to be a part of. Just because you got more money, more bank, and just because you think that you can climb that ladder doesn't mean you won't fall your ass down and break in half. This is the end of this storybook reading. I hope it resonates. If you want to see more readings like this, let me know in the comments. Talk to you later.